Honestly, those kind of games are a little bit tricky though.
No.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like
Attention
I
to
have the
detail.
answer and then you'll change
No,
it in
I
the
won't.
course
I
of,
won't. I
like
won't
for
do that.
example, I'm like, I know her favorite color is like, let's say purple. And I'll say like, I said, let's say, I didn't say that was her favorite color.
Okay. What do you,
know
what
what
do
I
you
mean?
think my favorite color is?
It's not, we're not playing the game,
Okay.
man. Hello, everyone. This is Sam, your Kimberbade. Hey, I know this looks different from the videos I normally put out because you have officially entered into the SNL Akin edition. And I have with me the lovely lady,
Lou, I carry about a. And if I'm acting stuck, y'all, it's because I just got my hair done.
Did you get your hair done for this?
No, well, no, I didn't want you to record until I got my hair done.
Do you know that my favorite hairstyle of you is the short haircut? I like the short haircut. But I like this too, though.
Too bad.
You're not going, when you going to bring back the short hair?
No, it's not coming back.
It's not coming back. No. We are about to be 2 weeks away from being 2 years of being married.
If our marriage was the representation of like a toddler, it'd be starting preschool.
Oh my gosh. Do not start this. Not on this channel. Okay, let's talk about the age thing. Okay. So how this works, if you are Team Sam, just go ahead and put Team Sam in the chat. Come on, represent Team Sam. And if you are on the losing side, AKA not God's side, I'm gonna leave that alone. Team Sam, Team Lou, we're gonna have a lot of questions, and obviously we're gonna be talking about a little bit of things that we find interesting, conversations, and we have difference of opinions, so it's gonna be interesting to see who sides with me versus who sides with her. She has this thing about turning old. How about you explain it? You explain this whole conundrum, because this thing to me is mind-blowing.
No, it's not that confusing. I think
Explain
people laugh because I've done this before with other numbers, and I was kind of like wrong, I think, in that. But this is actually true. So when a 1-year-old celebrates their first birthday, we are celebrating the fact that they have turned one. They have completed that 1 year of life, right? So now me, if I'm turning 18, I have completed year 18. But what usually happens is that people in their captions and things, they'll be like, as I'm entering into year 18. But it's like you've completed year 18. You're entering into year 19.
Are you confused yet, guys? Let me know
when you're confused. It's not that
confusing.
I don't think it's that confusing.
So how old are you right now?
I am in my 27th year.
You're 26. You're
No.
Okay, what year were you born? What year were you born?
No, let's not go there. I have completed 26. Yes. I'm not denying that. I've completed 26.
You see this
but
guy?
I'm in my 27th year.
Man, just know, this is, you talk about submission, she suppressed
what
me,
is it, July,
fellas.
August, September. I'm the second month in my 27th year.
So how old are you?
I am 26.14.
26.
Probably something like
Listen,
that.
you're 26 years old. Call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I never denied that.
So if you believe that you are what you are, I'm 26 years old. If you are 25, however old you are, that's who you are. Go ahead and put Team Sam. If you believe that you are turning into your next year.
There is no teams here.
It's so complicated. No, I don't even know. So
it's
Team Lou is complex. Team Sam is simple. What do you think? Do you think her explanation of turning a year older makes sense?
I mean, I wrote a status about this and someone was like, you're wrong. And I was just like,
you do realize,
no, it wasn't you. I was like, you do realize, you do realize that there's nothing for me to be wrong about. I was just like, I'm just stating a fact.
Yeah.
It's not an opinion, it's fact. Like, it's a fact.
Okay, cool. All right, whatever. Let the people decide.
It's not about the people's opinion. I'm sorry. It's not opinion.
It's just, not opinion.
It is fact.
It's just, it is what it is, fellas.
Anyways, we're going into our
questions. So we're going into question time.
Questions.
Go ahead. We're going to ask a couple of questions. We're going to see, again, Team Sam, if you think that these questions pertain to me, they lean towards me, they favor me, go ahead and put Team Sam. If you believe that they favor Lou, go ahead and put Team Lou. So the first question I have is, who plans the most creative dates/vacations? Who plans the
You
most
just added that on there.
creative dates / vacations?
What is your answer?
Team Sam, Team Lou. Who you think?
What is your answer?
My answer? Obviously, Team Lou. Sam. It's Team Sam. Obviously, I plan the most creative dates / vacations.
What is the most creative date you've planned, sir?
No. Don't be interrogating me.
No, but if you're voting for yourself, what is
Okay. Oh, so explain.
Yeah.
I'll explain in the form of an example. So it was Lulu's birthday, right? And I thought it to myself, gifts are really, really cool. I'm a gift giver. It's one of my love languages. Praise God. That's what I do. I love to give gifts, right? And so I thought though, but in being a gift giver, you have to be strategic, right? You can't give somebody a $5 coupon to McDonald's because they're never going to remember that you actually gave them a gift.
Okay.
Fair? You know what I mean? Like if I give you a coupon or some Chick-fil-A points, it's like you use your Chick-fil-A points, probably forgot who gave it to you, and you just never remember.
All right.
So I thought it best that the gift I'm going to give her is for her or for us to travel to New York. Who does not like New York? You got the Broadway, you got pizza, you have everything you need in New York City. I mean, it smells a little bit weird. No offense to my New Yorkians, but is it New Yorkians?
I have no idea.
No offense to my New York fan, but I mean, you have everything in New York. So I said, okay, we'll go to New York for her birthday. I take this young lady to New York, and she had the worst attitude in the world. I said, hey, let's go to Central Park 5. Let's learn.
Central Park
To go learn about the Central Park 5. I said, let's go learn about history on your birthday. This girl was walking slow, very stagnant. I looked like an old man. I almost looked predatory.
Walk around Central Park to find where the incident of the Central Park 5 took place.
I mean, that's cool though. It's cool. But anyways, that was creative.
What type of trauma? That's trauma.
It's
trauma.
history. It's history, my dear. It's the stench of history, my dear.
Okay.
Anyways, so that was my creative. I think most creative vacay or / date. What about you?
I mean, I feel like I plan most of our dates and things.
You do. I mean, you're a planner.
I think that I just plan the most creative dates and I plan the most creative vacations. Like the vacation that is coming up, I feel like I planned that to the T.
Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this. She didn't even give an example. She just said, my truth is my truth. Let's move forward. Which kind of leads me to the second question. And the second question that I have is, who is most likely to say sorry first after an argument? Who's more likely to say sorry first after an argument?
Is this just going to be like you're voting for yourself every time? Or
Nah, I'm not. Come on.
Well, I don't know. I just didn't know how this type of game
Okay,
worked.
what was your answer? Come on. Now I'll tell you my answer.
Who's most likely to apologize
Yeah, who do you think,
first?
me or you?
After an argument?
After an argument.
It kind of depends.
Okay, it depends on the argument?
It depends on who started the argument.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's facts. Okay, but generally speaking, if you were to think about the arguments that we have had, who have been more likely to be more apologetic? I guess to apologize first. Not more apologetic, but apologize first.
I feel like I am.
Okay, cool. You care to explain or you just...
Because first of all,
right.
I'm very easygoing, so I don't really have a lot of problems and issues with things.
Okay.
So if we are having a heated conversation,
intense fellowship,
whatever you want to say, it's most likely because you brought it up. It is. It is. Like, it just is what it is.
Okay, so because
so because you're the one bringing it up,
right.
I'm apologizing for whatever you took issue with.
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely think that you are quick to apologize first. I don't agree with your explanation, but I do agree that you are more likely to apologize first. Honestly speaking, though, the reason why is because I am a type of person that before I apologize, I want to find myself in what I'm trying to locate what I actually did wrong. So that way my apology is not just okay, I'm just saying this to, you know what I mean? Like, oh, get out of jail free card, or let's just keep the conversation going. Let's keep the energy going. Mm-hmm. I'm the kind of person where I'm like, hey, I want to actually know what I did wrong. So if you were to bring something to me up, i.e. the trash or the dishes or something, or you know what I mean, like you critiquing
trash
my.
is currently outside and it's a Saturday.
Yeah, we just
collect
got
trash on a
Amazon
Saturday.
packages. Come on.
They don't collect trash on Saturday. And I'm telling you
Anyways,
this.
we just got Amazon packages. That don't count. But the point that I'm trying to make is I'm trying to find myself. So I'm more likely to be. It comes off argumentative, but it's not really argumentative. It's not argumentative. The fact is, it's just like, hey, like I kind of want to know what I did wrong. So if you're saying that I washed dishes badly, then tell me why I washed dishes badly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it because I'm scrubbing to the right or scrubbing to the left? Like, am I not using...
No, but then what you do is that I will say like, hey, this is what you did wrong. And you're like, no, you perceived that wrong. You perceived it wrong.
Depending, no. I mean, you're right. Okay, you're right. You got it. So, Team Lou, I agree. I give you my vote. Here's my vote. Come.
I am the first to apologize.
I saw she left me hanging. Yeah. 2 truths for 2 years of being married. I'm going to share my truth. Mm-hmm. You can share your truth. And
I should go first, probably.
We should talk about, you should definitely go first. Ladies first.
Yeah, I think in these last 2 years of marriage, if I could capitalize on one truth.
Whoa, that deep breath was real. I'm like, what is that?
If I could capitalize on one truth, I think it would have to be the fact that communication is just so real. Yeah. And I feel like it's so played out in a sense. So when you say it, it's like we already know this. But I do think that in these last 2 years, I think one thing that happened when we were dating, you always used to say like you want us to go through a lot of like hard things, so that way it would kind of like strengthen our relationship, because you would have different examples of like different relationships that you knew that went through hard things, and it kind of grew them as a relationship or as a couple. Yeah. And I know you always used to say that, and I think in these past, not the first year was pretty chill, you know?
And that's crazy because they always say that the first year is the hardest year.
Yeah, but I never believed that, so I didn't even expect that. But the second year wasn't really hard in regards to our relationship. It was more so hard in regards to a lot of external pressure. Everything. Yeah. So I think it was kind of like that manifestation of the prayer you always prayed about us going through hard things. Yeah. And I think that had we, in instances we did kind of not always communicate well, but had we not prioritized communication, going through these like different phases together, I feel like would have been harder because of the lack of communication, because these situations change you. Yeah. And, you know, because they change an individual and you're in a relationship at the same time, it's like, hey, just want to let you know, right. I'm changing now, and I hate this, and I don't like this, and I think not having that communication can be hard. And I think sometimes we had a lot of difficult conversations where things had changed from maybe before dating or from a year ago, and it's kind of like, how did that change? Why did that change for you? Like, so what does that mean for our trajectory? And I think that was one of the truths that I feel like was very important in these last 2 years of marriage.
No, that's actually solid what you were saying, because I was actually reflecting on this year alone, and I was talking to a good friend of mine, and I was telling him how like we experienced a lot of pressure this year, but the pressure wasn't internal in terms of the Atkins family, but it was like external. And it is interesting how that has really brought us together, but it was like growing pains, right? So it's like, and I think amongst that growing pain was communication. It was the fact that like, okay, like we're experiencing pressure from different areas outside of our relationship. However, these pressures are affecting our relationship, how we communicate. Our tolerance level for certain things could be a lot lower. Like we found ourselves arguing over toilet paper, you know what I mean? Because of the weight and the pressure.
Our worst argument was literally because of toilet paper.
Our only argument in quarantine for 6 months. Has it been 6 months? Has it been 6 months? I don't want to get into it. The worst. Yeah. In 6 months, right?
How long is we've been in quarantine
for like 6 months. We had our only argument, and this better be our only argument for quarantine's sake, and that was around toilet paper. And it's so amazing because I was explaining the whole conversation to my friend, and in talking about it. And so in talking about it, I realized like it wasn't the actual issue of the toilet paper that was the problem. It was the fact that we had so much pressure that we had so much pressure from outside of our family that we then offloaded it into our family, you know? And so I definitely agree that communication has been a thing for us. That is a truth, you know? And it's not just a cliche like, oh, you got to know how to talk, you know, in general, but you also have to know how to talk each other's pain language. You know what I mean? Like there be times where you just want to chill and be to yourself. I have to, you know, adapt to that. Being in a family where it's like a full house, it's like 9-10 people in the household literally growing up. It's kind of like, no, like we wrestle with pain together.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I got to let you process that. So communication is cool. I'll say for me, my truth for 2 years of being in marriage is honestly learning how to prefer you over myself. That has been a thing for me.
Learning how to prefer
you over myself. So, for example, if we're making a decision about something that we want to do, instead of me thinking like, hey, I got the right idea, I know the way forward, I actually have to submit that idea to your idea, you know, and not trying to just do things because I know how to do it, or manage money because I know how to manage money. I've been managing money before you and I've been doing well in that, and learning to take a skill that I have, even weaknesses, but learning how to take that and then submitting it to you. So submitting it to the fact that like, hey, like you have a thought process that's totally different from me, and I have to learn to honor that. You know, I have to learn to bring in and, you know, fuse in your different worldview, your different experiences. I have to now marry that with my idea to come up with a solid idea that's best for both of us. So I've seen the benefit in doing that it creates so much synergy and harmony amongst us. Like we're like, our cadence, as it were, in our relationship is like super beautiful when I learned to like, all right, like let me incorporate Lou in my finances, you know, let me incorporate Lou in my hanging out of where I'm going and what I'm going to do. Let me incorporate Lou in like different ministry activities. Like let me incorporate Lou in every facet of my life, you know, family, school, whatever it is. Like let me incorporate that. In the moment that I continue to keep that at the forefront, I see harmony. But then there are times and there are moments where I'm a little selfish and I'm like, you know what, I want to do it my way, and I don't think your way is the best way, and I don't think you're good at parallel parking. But
who is not good at parallel parking?
Come on, you're not.
Samuel, when we go to DC,
I'm listening.
So you're okay. If that's your truth.
No, go ahead.
No, it's your truth.
No, I'm saying
it's your truth. Though. Yeah, I'm not good at parallel parking.
Yeah, no, you're just not gonna drive it. Period.
Okay, I'm not good at driving.
Okay,
cool. But parallel parking?
How is the toughest thing to do in driving?
So no. I just want you to say. So I'm not good at parallel parking.
So all right, okay, let's get this right.
So I'm not good at parallel parking.
You're better at parallel parking than you are driving.
Okay.
But anyways, the point is that sometimes I can get a little selfish. Sometimes I can be like, oh, she's not that strong in that area, so I got it. I can do it. And in doing that, that's where the cadence slowed down because we're not in harmony. You know, both foot pedals aren't working together. And I'm using bike analogy because we had a spin bike, which is broken. And now I have to go to the gym. Anyways, so that's my truth. That's your truth. Do you have anything else before we close out?
No, I think that was good.
All right.
Thanks for inviting me.
No, absolutely. In fact, I think we should do this more often. We should probably do this once a month. Welcome to the SNL Acting Edition. I'm Samuel Kimberbade.
And I'm Lou Akiribade.
We love you. Episode 1. Stay tuned because there may be more.